What's up, everybody? Jack Frost. Hey, when you get an opportunity, you need to go by Diamond and Gold Movies YouTube page. They have dramas, thrillers, romantic comedies. Just go check out their content. I'm pretty sure they got something over there that you'll like. That's what it is. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.
Cause I know I'm getting money, and I know when they see me coming, I know they I know they want my position. I got the flow lock cause the shit is so top notch. I got the drop on you niggas, my bitch in the field while I watch from the skybox. I met her ass in some Fendi, her makeup was Fenty.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Once again, just because for everybody can know what happened to the show last night. Apparently we got hit. Apparently they've stricken the video. The video has been taken down. There was something in the video that I can't display again, apparently. So we might have the same discussion over, but upon having the same discussion over, leave out the parts that create a problem. Although I don't remember us even talking about COVID yesterday, so I don't even know what the issue was with YouTube. We didn't even discuss COVID, so I don't even know what the issue with YouTube is. So I'm not 100% sure why we got hit. Anyway, once again, I want to say I'm okay. So we thought we was doing an interview with CIA Chris. I have not been able to get in contact with him. I'm assuming that I guess somebody else contacted him and he decided to go with them. But I'm gonna say this: the person that interviewed him. You do know that you are putting yourself literally in jeopardy, right? You do know that there's things that CIA Chris could say if you don't know what to ask him that could quite possibly make people extremely angry at you. I was in court. I just want to throw that out there for whoever the smart guy is that might have been trying to do those tactics. Shout out to you. I only really need the guy to say one thing. I'm pretty sure he's going to say it. Then after he says that thing, we can move on to the next rollout of what we're doing on this particular channel. I only need for him to say one thing. I don't even need to interview him. After he says this one thing that I need for him to say, that's gonna see, that's the problem when you have how do you say, scavengers like in your business. You understand what I'm saying? I was just about to open up something that was gonna make everybody eat. I don't know if he's interviewing with anybody else, and I don't know if that person knows to ask the question that I want to ask because they were not in court. But I was about to open the shit up, open up the floodgates like we did before with Snow Billy. But if somebody else interviews him first, I don't know if it's gonna have that same gravitas. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the boost in the community that we got like with the Snow Billy interview. Because when we did the Snow Billy interview, we got a big boost in the whole entire community. So I don't know if somebody else doing an interview, and I don't think they're gonna ask the right questions. Anyway, shout out to that. Today we want to talk about the Black Militia, but before we do that, we want to give appreciation to everybody that donated to the chat last night. And we're going to go through roll call, and then we're going to, go about our business. Shout out to Ebony with the $2 drop. Shout out to Shakar with the $2 drop. And shout out to James S with the $2 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys last night. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything because sometimes I do. Okay, so that's basically it. I think my daughter watches, and whenever y'all donate, my daughter hits me up and be like, whenever it's a good donation day, my daughter hit me up and be like, I should need money. And I'd be like, you do know, well, I don't have a problem giving my daughter money. I just give her the money. But you do know when they donate to the super chat, that shit does not go to my wallet. That's not how that works. Shout out to her though. I love my daughter. I don't know what she's doing at school. I would assume she was in school, but she ain't no more. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's do the well, we don't got that many people in here. Just go like that. What up, Rio Martinez? How you doing this morning? He says, blessings, Frost. What up, Brooklyn Born? GG Glider. GG Glider says, Jack Frost equals Kofax. What up, Brooklyn Born? Deshaun Ragsdale, White Falcon, Chanel Simmons. How you doing this morning, baby girl? Salute. What up, DSTN, Shake Loose, William Summersville. How you doing today, my brother? Salute. What up, Timoni? I don't know. I'm gonna call you Moni. Is that okay? What up, Moni? D No Love, how you doing this morning, my brother? What up, Prince to Amir, Kendu P, salute. I barely ever see Kendu P, but every time I see him, his name is Green. Join the green team. I'm just gonna put up my. I don't got no static ad currently, but join the green team. I gotta get a static ad up there. A static ad is basically when there's an ad like that, when there's a thing like this, but there's nothing happening. So if I'm talking about it, I could just be like, hey, like right now, go buy some Frost merch. This is how the image on the front of the Frost merch looks. Go buy the Frost merch. You feel me? So I need to make me a static for the other one and load it up. What up, LV the Slap? How you doing this morning? What up, Jay Brown? Bree Powell, happy to see you up in here, baby girl. You already know what it is. What up, James F. Jonathan Sanchez? Mr. Jonathan Sanchez is a funny dude. Watch his comments. I don't know if Jonathan Sanchez is just here sometimes to start problems or if he actually has a point. So a lot of times Jonathan Sanchez will say some shit and I'll be like, should we put him on a timeout? But I'll be like, I don't know. That last comment he made was really on point and it made me think a little bit different. So shout out to you, Jonathan Sanchez. Walking that line. What up, Gaddafi? Rue Jones. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call you Radio. I don't shit that's gonna do too much of any. I don't got time for that. I'm just gonna call you Radio, homie. All right, so I want to show y'all something real quick. We're going to have a Tekashi discussion. Obviously, today his name is in the title. We will be discussing Tekashi. But before we discuss Tekashi, there's a couple of other elements that I want to talk about inside of our culture. We get to Tekashi a little bit later. I know that's where y'all have fun at. But before we even go any further, I want to know who's gonna start off the first drop. I'm going to let y'all check this out. Who's going to start the first drive off? Let's go. Check out this. Okay.
Hold on. Look, this is what we doing from now on. We training our babies. They got the little kids out there. They hunting down endangered species. We are here to protect our own. Got the babies out here. Not playing games with y'all. Y'all better know. Stuff different. I'm not hitting the streets no more without making sure that our people is armed and protected. So don't even hit me up if you got a problem with it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not coming. Matter of fact, don't. Never mind.
All right, so couple of things I want to point out real quick. This is why they want to put all of us in jail. This is why they want all of us with either mental health documentation saying that we got mental health problems, even if we don't. This is why they constantly trying to convince, like, unintelligent mothers and fathers to try to, like, say that their kid got some kind of mental health issue. There's a reason why they're doing this. There's a reason why they're always putting us in jail. There's a reason why they're doing this. Because they don't want us to understand what the Constitution actually gives us and what rights we actually have. You see, as long as we click up, right? Listen, as long as we click up and decide that we're going to say F the police, Darius McCray, don't name. As long as we click up and say F the police, then they can say that we're being confrontational. Do you get what I'm saying? Did you see where it said that the police would not come down the block? You want to know why the police didn't come down the block? Because if the police would have came down the block, they would have been confrontational. Are you getting it? Are you getting how law works? How it works when you go to a court of law? If the police comes down that block and some shit happens, and those guys are just standing there doing nothing, the police created the situation. We have to stop creating situations and then getting upset the way that the police respond. Check this out. With that being said, the police ain't supposed to be out there killing people. So just be clear, but I want to make a point. If you go, right, and somebody comes up to you and does something to you that you consider disrespect. Let me plug this thing in before this shit go out. If somebody come up to you and do something that you consider disrespect, right? And you respond back to them. And if they try to act like your response back to them isn't proportionate to what they did, how can they tell you how proportionate your response should have been? You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is the police will egg us on. Not all police, obviously, but some police officers, like the dude that ran down the block and right now don't got a job, like that guy. Some police, they're going to egg you on and they're going to get you to try to step out of your square. You feel me? They're going to get you to try to say something or do something confrontational. You do know that once you start yelling at the police, that can be seen as a sign of aggression. Once you do something that's seen as a sign of aggression, the police then can then say that you're disturbing the peace. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even though you're just yelling at them because they're doing some bullshit. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop and no comment. James S. is like, it's Tuesday morning. I'm not playing with you fools. I got 5 on it. And I know James S. He got 5 on it. Let's go. So the point in which I'm trying to make is this. Even when the police is wrong, the reason why they keep beating us in court isn't only because the system laws is wrong. It isn't only because there's judges that's just going to let the police get off no matter what they do. It's not only because they got police officers that if they see the guy doing what they're not supposed to be doing, they're still not going to report them. They're still going to, because no snitching. I want to have a discussion about that too. Because remember, no snitching. So therefore, since it's no snitching, the police also aren't supposed to be telling on themselves, right? Literally. Y'all do know this, right? When you live by the no snitching code, the police also are not allowed to tell on themselves. Do you get that? Anyway. So basically, just revolving around the police and all of this mess, what happens is the reason why they didn't come down that block, because if they would have came down that block and it would have been a confrontation and them black dudes would have started shooting those police officers up, the black guys would have been right because they were standing there minding their business. They wasn't doing nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when y'all see the police roll up and the police start say anything to you, the police officer will come up. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the 555 drop. He said, you know what? We gonna be petty over here. And then I don't know if that's a cough or he's just blowing his breath on y'all niggas. But he's doing one of the two. And he's saying big fives while he's doing it. Shout out to that. So what happens is you have the police who come up to you. You'll be standing on the street, big smoke, copy. The police, he want all the smoke. The police will come up to you. You'll be minding your business. The police officer will say something to you, and the first words out of your mouth is going to be confrontational. Now, they have their jump off on to tape, right? Listen. I'm about to listen. I'm giving everybody that don't got guns game. They're going to come up to you. They already know. They already think we're all ignorant morons that can't control our emotions. What up, Mongo? So they're going to come up to you. They're going to say something to you with the understanding that the thing that they say to you is going to make you go off the hinges. Now, when you get upset that they're talking to you because they shouldn't be talking to you in the first place because you wasn't doing nothing, now because of your actions, now they could detain you. Shout out to James S. with the $6 drop. And I think James S. is trying to say he blowing trees over there. I see trees. I see smoke. So when you see these dudes and they're talking about we got to group up and we got to form a militia, we already have groups. We already have militias. Yeah, that's a Jim Jonathan Sanchez. People ain't listening. We already have groups. We already have militias. The problem is most of us or most of y'all can't get firearms because they've done made you a felon. Because you got some stupid ass parent that or relative or whoever that when you was a child decided that they didn't want to work and they wanted to get you on some kind of medication so they could get a free check. Okay? So that's what is fucked some of us up. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's fucked up some people. Not me per se, but that's what's messed up some people. We're literally giving our children's rights away. When you go and listen, when you go and you try to get your child admitted, when you go, you try to get your husband admitted, when you go, you try to get your brother, sister, uncle, aunt, whoever admitted, you're basically saying that they're unstable. And unless they can get a fucking letter from a psychiatrist or somebody, they can't even bear arms. They can't get no firearms. If you're a felon, you know how hard it is to get a gun license? You know how difficult it is to get a gun license? I'm going to keep it a whole stack with you. I live in New York. I've been living in New York damn near my whole life. I only lived outside of New York maybe 3-4 years at the most. I'm going to tell you this right now. The people that don't live in New York, y'all need to click up. Y'all need to get y'all little communities, live together. Stop living with people who ain't you, right? Stop living with people. When I say who ain't you, I mean ain't on your time. Stop living with them because y'all need to click up. Y'all need to get y'all guns together. Y'all need to start protecting y'all whole community. Y'all need to get some fucking... White people have neighborhood watches, my dude. We need to get neighborhood watches. See, our neighborhood watches in the city is just the niggas that sell drugs that be outside all night. That's the closest thing we got to a neighborhood watch. Niggas sell drugs, he outside all night. We need to start clicking up. We have to start clicking up. We need to start getting guns, and we need to start, even more important than getting guns, we need to start getting guns for the right reason. And we need to start learning how to be community. Like, we don't know how to be community. Yo, I'm going to tell you some weird ass shit. So I woke up this morning, right? So today I woke up a little bit early. I woke up this morning like about 4:30, right? So I've been up since 4:30. Today I've been up since about 4:30. So I wake up, right? So I'm like, oh man, I'm bored of shit. I go on IG. Do you know nobody was posting on IG? Nobody I follow was posting on IG. I'm sitting there for like an hour. One post come up. Maybe two posts come up. Nobody's posting. right? And then I started thinking to myself like this. I said, yo, look, right now, if I flood IG, right now, nobody's on IG. Nobody on my timeline that I follow is, so it's probably just slow, right? So I'm thinking, if I flood IG with pics right now of anything, if I had a community with me, let's say we had about 15 of us, 20 of us, 30 of us, we woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning and we start flooding fucking IG with propaganda. We can literally control IG for the whole entire day. That's what they've been doing to our minds. They've been taking us when we've been children and very impressionable, and they've imprinted on us shit that we've still are going through. Little Duval had a post the other day. I'm going to show you what Little Duval post is. I dig Little Duval and I rock with Little Duval. But this post right here is inaccurate and it's wrong and it's dangerous. Shout out to Ebony with the $2 drop. Definitely appreciate you, baby girl. You a cutie too. That's a whole fact. Let me get this Little Duval post. Let me get this Little Duval post real quick. I want to show y'all something. I fuck with Little Duval. I understand his energy, so this works for him. But please don't try to don't take this. Be very cautious and understanding the way you take this, right? So check this out. So he posted this, right? And I'm gonna explain to you what his situation is and why why just me knowing him, knowing seeing his, okay, so it's gonna stay blurry. Like this is where the camera's at right now. So it says, imagine being a grown-ass man and your only excuse for your actions is because of poor parenting. What you think gonna make you feel sorry for your 30-year-old ass? Now, there's something I want to explain to you. You do know that your brain, right? Your brain is basically fully formed to the point of who you are as a person by the time you're about 6 or 7 years old. So by the time you're about 6 or 7 years old, you are inherently the person that you're going to grow into. The only thing that you need now is experience and opportunity. You feel me? That's the only thing that changes. Experience, resources, and opportunity. That's basically the only thing that changed from the time that you were 6 till now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because your brain is basically your idea of good and evil is already fully formed. You understand what I'm saying? By that time, it should be. So, hold on. I fucks with you, homie. I fucks with you, and I appreciate this. I'm not gonna show nobody now, but it's definitely gonna be. It's definitely I fucks with you, and I definitely appreciate both of these, homie. That's a whole fact. You know who I'm talking to. I'm gonna give you that thing, and hopefully you can make it spin. That'll be dope. If I send that to you and you can make it spin for me, that'll be dope. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So basically, the point in which I'm trying to make is that they've already imprinted on us certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? With their history books, ever since we've been little. So your morals is shaped by the time you're 6 or 7. That's a fact, DSC. I don't gotta lie. That's why I be trying to tell you. When I be in here having these discussions and we have people that just pop up with their own opinion and then they get mad at me because I'm telling them fact and they're trying to argue at me with opinion and I don't decide that their opinion is truer than an actual fact. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Anyway, so basically, we talking about the militia people real quick and the GA thing, and then I'm going to go into why this is important in a second. It takes a little while because I'm actually explaining about 6 or 7 different things at the same time. So check this out. So our brains basically are fully functioned or who we're going to be by the time we're about 6 or 7, right? So what they do is this. They already imprint on us certain shit. One of the main things that they imprint on us, and I love Dr. Martin Luther King. I know we all love Dr. Martin Luther King. But one of the main things that they try to imprint on us is when they come at us with violence, for us to come at them with niceness. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one of the main things they try to imprint on us when we're little. That when somebody comes and hurts you, you got to be nice to them. Am I lying? Hold on. Show of hands. Let's have a quick vote. Show of hands. Am I lying? Ever since we've been children, they've been trying to imprint on us that if somebody comes and do some bullshit to you, you got to be nice back to them. Yes, that's happened. No, I'm lying. Pay attention to people who do this to you. First of all, you know that's gaslighting, right? You do know that's gaslighting, right? You do know that, right? You do know that when they go high, when they go low, we go high. No, nigga. When you go high, I'm going just as high as you and maybe a little higher. That's what we gonna do. We not doing this shit. We not doing this. You gonna slap me and I'm gonna give you the other cheek. Nah, homie. You gonna slap me and then we gonna see what it is. No, you're gonna try to slap me and then we gonna see what it is. We're taught to allow for ourselves to be abused. That's a fact. Hold on. So listen, real quick. Listen to me. So basically, when we see that militia there, that's the type of energy we supposed to have. You didn't see them jumping up, yelling and screaming, cursing the police out. You saw them standing there. We not even talking to them dudes. We don't got nothing to say to them. You feel me? That's the type of energy we need to have when the police roll up on us in the street. We need to have that energy. Not that the police roll up and we have to show how big and bad we are. I saw the other day that some dude on the side yelling and screaming got some nigga tased and beat up by the police. Let me tell y'all what happened. This happened in Brooklyn. So in Brooklyn, the police came over. They was trying to. I would play the clip, but it's a fighting clip, and we get flagged a lot. So there's certain things I just can't play because the people that's trying to destroy the channel is just gonna flag it and make it so I can't play it anyway. I got about so many videos flagged. It's retarded. Anyway, so the two people was fighting, right? I think it was near Smurf Village, right? It's out there where the Bloods and the Crips they live together. Anyway, so they was fighting, right? So while they fighting, you hear dudes from the sidelines. They trying to hold dude down. They got 3 officers on the guy trying to hold him down. He's fighting, but he's fighting like we all fight when the police is coming to put handcuffs on us. You understand what I'm saying? He's not fighting them. He don't want to be held. That's it. Dudes start yelling from the side. Once dudes start yelling from the side, homeboys start hooking off on them. He a big dude. Do you know they tased the shit out of him and fucked him up? Why? Because he listened to some dude on the side holding a camera. We need to change our energy. We need to stop having that energy that when we see shit we don't like, that we immediately gonna get as big as possible in order to try to overcome it. We need to have that type of energy where we're going to let that thing fuck its own self up. And we're going to be standing where we need to be standing in order to win. What up, Diamonds and Gold Movie? Hey, Diamonds and Gold Movie is in here. That's the ad we played at the beginning of the video. And the ad we ran last night also. Go check them guys out. They got some good stuff over there. I'm pretty sure you'll be entertained. No, that was in Georgia. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play the clip again. I'm going to turn the audio down. Okay. This is in Georgia. This is at the home of the Osbury guy, where this is at the home of the individuals that killed them. Pardon me. This is at the home of the individuals that killed them. The police, these guys are out there. You know why they're out there though, right? You do know that. I think they're out there to stop these motherfuckers from trying to run. To be honest with you, or their family or whoever. I mean, I'm just assuming. I don't got the slightest idea. I think the 2 dudes is locked up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but whatever they're doing, they're winning. You see the police all the way down the block? The police ain't coming down the block. Why? Because they're not doing anything. For the police to come down the block, the police would then be instigating the situation. If the police instigate the situation and somebody gets hurt and it goes to court, they're going to say, well, those guys was just standing down the block. Why did the police go down there? Okay, but why did y'all have to go down the block? Was there a disturbance? Do you understand how they get us fucked up in court? Because when a police officer comes up to you When a police officer comes up to you and asks you what you're doing, the first thing most of us do is start talking crazy. Once you start talking crazy, you open the police up to think that you open the, even if they want to fuck, if the police want to fuck with you and they come up to you and they say something to you and you don't say something incendiary back to them, you know how pissed off they are? You know how pissed off these police officers are when they want to mess with you and they come up to you and they got the camera on and they trying their hardest to get you to slip up and you don't slip up and they got to walk away and go look for somebody else? You know how pissed off these dudes? Not all of them, because not everybody's a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? But some of these dudes is just like homeboy that walked down the block and was trying to start a fight. Do I have to say anything more? The DA tried to say it was a justifiable homicide. You want to know why? Because they all part of the same lodge. You don't think the DA ain't part of the same lodge as homeboy that did the shooting? You don't think dude that had the video camera and video camered it, you ain't think they part of the same lodge? Something came up from higher up. I'm telling you what happened. Those dudes just got sacrificed. That father and that son just got sacrificed for the sake of Donald Trump winning this election. I'm telling you. Yes, when the police come up to you and they're the jerk off police officers, obviously we're talking about. We're not talking about the people that just sit around actually want to do their job. We're talking about the people that they're looking for somebody to arrest. Just so we could be clear, police should never be looking for anybody to arrest. Do you understand that? Like, police should never be looking for anybody to arrest unless there was a crime committed and they're looking for the individual that actually committed a crime. If they're not looking for somebody who has actually committed a crime, but they're out there looking for people to arrest, that literally means that they're looking to imprison people without probable cause, because they're not looking for crimes that are being committed. They're just looking to bring people in and book them. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that a lot of them are being taught. No, that helped Trump campaign. I didn't say Trump. Who said Trump cares? This bracket person, has they ever been in here before? They think just by saying bullshit, who thinks this bracket? Read Damari Brackett's comment. Who think they're gonna last a very long time coming in here saying shit like that? Just who thinks they're gonna last? I just want to know. Anyway, that comment didn't make any sense, did it? You see Aziz? Like, what the F? That comment didn't make no sense. That person don't even know how stupid that comment is. Exactly, Zoe G. Thank you. Exactly, right? That comment is stupid. The police is supposed to be keeping the peace. That's a fact. Can we all laugh at Damari Brackett because they don't even, that person doesn't even know why that comment is stupid. So can we all just laugh at them? Ha 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 ha, Damari Brackett. You're so intelligent with that comment. I don't know how I can ever come back from that comment. What's that name? What's that name real quick? Damari Brackett. I don't have the slightest idea what I'm gonna do, Damari Brackett. That comment is just so intelligent. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better than this. You gotta do better than this, homie. You don't think, first of all, you don't think a president who's going to run for president again doesn't care about getting reelected? That's one. So you're an idiot. Nah, we're not going to kick him. Let's wait for the next stupid comment, or he's going to get mad at me and call me a name and shit. He's going to get mad at me. No such thing as stupid comments, only stupid people. And 7 can't fix stupid. I'm getting too old for this shit. Old fag, yo. What the fuck is wrong with that person? Wait, hold on, Jason. What you holding me to? Hold on, Jason. What you holding me to? Let me find out what you holding me to. I said a whole lot of things just now. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, homie. I'm getting too old for this shit. What's wrong with that guy? That guy funny as shit though. Fucking the fucking Trump. Anyway, I digress. So my whole thing is this, just so we can be clear. I need y'all to stop getting ourselves killed. I need us to stop getting ourselves killed. I need us to stop arguing with the police. You know, 9 times out of 10, when the police come up and do some bullshit in our neighborhoods, they were sent there by some politician. All right? Politicians send the police to our neighborhoods and tell them that they need arrests. They don't send the police to these white people neighborhoods and tell them that they need arrests out there. They only need arrests in the hood. You get it? So please, as long as we fight against the police, which we probably should be doing to a degree, we can't fight the people who are actually the problem. And those are the politicians and the individuals giving the police their directives. That's a fact. When you get them up out of there, then you could get rid of the bad police. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of the bad police until you get rid of the people that want to have the bad police to come send them to our neighborhoods. No, they are absolutely good cops. That's a fact. Yeah, I want to know what that nigga holding me to. He still ain't tell me. I'm not guaranteeing nothing, homie. I don't know what I'm guaranteeing at this point. So I'm not saying I'm doing anything or saying I'm not doing anything. I do know Ruben Diaz though. Shout out to Ruben Diaz. He's a really good Bronx borough president. Not for nothing. Shout out to Ruben Diaz. I can't wait until I hope there's an opportunity for him to become mayor. He's a really good Bronx borough president. He really be out there in the streets for real. He really be at events for real, for real. He really be out there trying to help the community for real, for real. He's a good president. He's a good Bronx borough president. That's a fact. And I've been around him. He a hood nigga. Hold on. You know, he from the Bronx. I'm just telling you. He a hood dude. If he wasn't Bronx borough president, he might put the Beatz on somebody. He a hood dude. I'm letting you know right now, man. He is not a chump. I keep trying to tell y'all. Most of these politicians came from the streets. You can do nothing is still Sparky says you can do nothing is still get put in jail and qualified immunity. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what you meant by that statement. Okay, so see, this is the problem. Everybody thinks that what's going on has to deal with race, but it only has to deal with race when you're broke. And when you're making less than $150,000 a year, that's when it has to deal with race. You're making less than $100,000 a year. That's when race is involved in your life more than anything else. If you're making over $150,000 a year, you're in a whole different tax bracket. You're around people that don't care what race you are as much as how much money they can make with you. You feel me? When you get up to like 150,000, all of your friends are just business associates. That's how I want to be. I want it to be where I'm not keeping it a whole stack with you. I wanted it to be where all of my closest friends are just people that I do business with. That's it. That's a fact. First of all, how are you not doing business with your closest friends? Those are the main people you should be doing business with. Those are the main people you should be doing business with, your closest damn friends. I want to be to the point where the only people I do business with, like majorly, like, is my closest friends. Right now, like, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. All right, so hold on. We're going to talk about Jack Frost for a second. I try to do things with people all the time, right? What up, Soleil? He already kicked. Can we get bags for that fake Son Campbell channel? No, I know what it is, but the way that you worded the sentence didn't make that much. I couldn't understand what you was trying to say. Hold on. Thank you, Zoe. Zoe G says you're smart, Jack Frost. I appreciate that. All right, we was talking about 2 or 3 different things. Hold on, give me a minute. We'll talk about Tekashi. Give me a minute. We're gonna talk about Tekashi because I don't think all the stuff Tekashi does is negative. I think it's just negative because people don't like him. I think Tekashi is really just doing shit that every other rapper is doing, but people are just saying he can't do it, but everybody else can do it. All rappers flaunt their gold, all rappers flaunt their money, all rappers flaunt their cars, but when Tekashi do it, it's a problem. So, give me a second. We'll get to that. It's just I don't understand it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a sheep, so I don't just go for any old thing. But you know, other people they go for any old thing. So shout out to y'all. But I'm not a sheep. I'm not gonna go for any old thing. Hold on. Let me scroll back up. I was about to tell y'all something. No, as far as I know, 6ix9ine is not signed to Roc Nation. Yeah, so it's not a race thing right now, right? It's not a race thing. That's not the problem that we actually have. The problem we actually have has more to do with class than race. All right, just so we can be clear. So the problem that we actually have has to do with class more than race. It's not a race thing. We that don't make as much, like we in the middle class or whatever it is and lower, we think it's a race thing because that's all we could see. That's all we've been programmed to see. You understand what I'm saying? We've been programmed to see this through the history books. Y'all do know that. First of all, I think we should all homeschool our children. I think if you can't homeschool your children, you should be able to take your child out of a history class. I think that the history classes in school are just programming. I think that they just try to program. I think most of the history that they teach in school is wrong. I think most of the history that they teach in school is lies. I think the reason why they teach history class in school is to program you, period. It's a, to put you in a hypnosis. That's what I think. So, I think you should homeschool. I think the good reasons to send your kid to school is for science and for indoctrination. That's a fact. I think the good reasons to send your kid to school is for science and math and just to be around other people. You understand what I'm saying? To learn how to socialize. Those are good reasons to send your child to school. And when your child go to school, your child should not be taking up history. Right? English. Who's lying? Oh, what the hell? It was about to be all tight. Y'all know. Somebody come here talking about I'm lying, nigga. It's about to. What are you doing? Problems. I'm ready to go off immediately. I don't even care who it is and shit. Somebody gonna come in here. They gonna be like Jesus of Nazareth. They gonna be like liar. I'm gonna be like bags. Bag season. We gotta get the new bag season merch up soon. Also. Be like, yo, you kicked Jesus of Nazareth, homie. Like he had it coming to him. He called me a liar. You know what time it is. Tell his pops to hit me. Anyway, yo, real quick, real funny. So look for the person that interviews, if I'm not the one to interview, CIA Chris, look for 2 things to happen. Look for the person that actually, we're going to move to the Tekashi conversation in 1 second. Look for the person that actually does interview him to quite possibly have to take the video down. Because they're going to probably get a call from somebody and their life might be in jeopardy. I'm getting too old for this shit. Because I was in court. And there's a good chance that you're going to ask that boy a question, that man a question. What up, Star? You're going to ask that. That's not Star. That's my homie Star. There's a good chance. They're gonna ask that man a question, and that man is gonna say something out his mouth, and you are not gonna know, and then somebody's gonna hit you and tell you to take that damn, and it's gonna be in your life. It's gonna be in your hands, homie. Y'all don't know who this dude was fucking around with, and a lot of y'all ain't really the media. A lot of y'all just get people to come on y'all show and y'all just talk about shit y'all probably shouldn't be talking about. First of all, I don't even know about blacks going to Chinese restaurants right now. As far as I know, every Chinese food restaurant is closed. So what are you talking about, Westside Kev? You just came in here to talk crazy? Mega Bill says public education teaches public submission. Facts. If you're different, that's a fact. Real quick. I'm not even reading no more. That matter of fact, I'll read it. Public education teaches public submission. If you're different, they short the ignition, stifle your engine, rig your steering into the crosshairs. They teach your families to do this to you. You know, a lot of us don't do better in life because your family is brainwashed to hold you down. That's why that little Duval fucking comment, I hate it. I fucks with little Duval. But the reason why I hate that little Duval statement is because a lot of people's families are programmed to prevent you from succeeding due to school and the indoctrinations that they received. Why do you think there's some family members you just don't get along with that you can't? It's because of your energy don't work together. Give me 1 second. Real talk. So that's why I don't like that comment he put out there that no matter how old you are, yo, there's people right now that's in their 30s and their 40s that still got family members to this day. Don't got no job, don't got no nothing. But all they're doing is focusing to try to prevent that individual from winning. They don't even care if they win in life. Their win is making sure the other person loses. You understand what I'm saying? So I hate that statement. That shit is crazy. Wait, who's fake? The one that said my ass cheeks hurt is fake? The one that said, you see, you mentioned the dude's name and he went and copied your damn account. You see what happened? You see what happened? You went and mentioned the troll name, and the troll went immediately and copied your account and came in here saying gay shit. See what happened, Aziz? You see what happened, Aziz? What was I just talking about? This whole entire conversation has been about staying out of the way. The first thing you did, Aziz, was get in the way. All right, who wanted to talk about Tekashi? Show of hands. Who's ready to talk about Tekashi? Aziz like, come on, man. That's not me. It's a doppelganger. Kick him. Nobody is ready to talk. As I keep talking about what I'm talking about. I'm fine talking about what I'm talking about. Shout out to Mega Bills with the $9.99 drop. He said, appreciate you reading the balls for me, bro. Talking about Think Mega. What did Think Mega read for you? I'm not scrolling that far. That shit is lost. So who wants me to talk about 6ix9ine? I don't see nobody wants me to talk about 6ix9ine. I tell you what, we got 205 people in here. We got 62 likes. When them 62 likes get up to 100 likes, we're going to spend the rest of the show talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Is that fair? I think that's fair. We got 200 people in here with 64 likes. When them 64 likes get up to 100, we'll discuss Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's fair. Until then, I'm going to sit and watch myself on the monitor. I'm probably not going to do that because I talk way too much, but we're going to try. I have failed already. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all time. I'm gonna give y'all a second to get those likes up. I'll be right back. We gonna listen. We gonna look at a music video real quick while y'all trying to get them likes up. How about that? Let me see. Which one we gonna play?
You are watching Big Arc TV.
Yo, Keisha, what the fuck? What's going on?
I got kicked out.
Kicked out? What kind of kick out? Yo, you hungry? You want some feed?
Yeah, I'll have oxtails, my brace, and 2 plantains.
Yo, I got you. Yo, sis, you have to tell me something when we come out here. Please. You have to tell me what I go on, yeah? Damn, Keisha.
Hey, yo, NY Bangers, you got another
Mic
one.
check 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Lady in red. Fuck with her, you dead, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Being on Rutland, you always get into something. A young woman grinding, turning nothing to something. Just lost a pops, her mama was always hustling. Raised in the 90s with nines to kill something. Yeah, Jamaican raised, struggle every day. Government supplying nutrients to feed a wage. Sitting by the window as she watched the D's plays. The fast life seems so sweet, like it's Minute Maid. Had a son by a crooked cop, her brothers just left the box on the run like a treadmill. Out here trying to get guap. Neighborhood crippin', but she like to wear red a lot. Serving fiends for her goals until she reached the top. Yeah. Learning the game, running the streets, she had to do that. Bury her feelings, carry the heat, she had to do that. Trusting nobody, live on her own, she had to do that. Just to survive, she did it all, she had to do that. Learning the game, running the streets, she had to do that. Bury her feelings, carry the heat, she had to do that. Trusting nobody, live on her own, she had to do that. Just to survive, she did it all, she had a lady in red. But she keep green on her side, yeah. Keisha used to hustle just to keep her hopes alive, yeah. This funky fish, they eat a little, ease her mind. Twin brothers locked up, now Keisha is...
Alright, we back. We ain't played the whole video. Go check that out. Kush Lee, do that. It's actually a video that was done in concert with a book called Lady in Red that was written by Tilsa Wright. Go check it out. Also, go check out We Talking Magazine on just go check out We Talking Magazine on IG and on the internet, just in general. All right, so there's a couple of things I want to say. And the number one thing I want to say is this. I believe, listen to me, I believe that they contacted CIA Chris and convinced him to go get interviewed by somebody else. Because I'm about to tell y'all something, right? I just tell y'all what I was going to do. Because if you wasn't in court, you can't do it anyway. 6ix9ine isn't the only one that snitched. 6ix9ine and CIA Chris were not the only people that were informants. I'm going to say this again. There are people who do not want CIA Chris to be interviewed by the BBN network because Tekashi 6ix9ine and Tekashi 6ix9ine, which one is the real one? I don't know which one is the real one. I'm gonna assume the one that says something about butt cheeks is the fake one. How about that? So so I believe that there is a effort to make sure that he doesn't talk to me because they know I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious I don't give a fuck. You feel me? So they know I don't give a fuck. So I'll expose the people who were doing whatever they was doing. You feel me? So I think that there's people that was contacted CIA Chris and told CIA Chris to either, you know, maybe he's conflicted about doing an interview with me, but he still wants to do the interview because I actually do know about 2 people that CIA Chris want to call out and call snitches. I know about 2 people that CIA Chris want to call out and call snitches. I know about 2 people that CIA Chris want to call out and call snitches. Two. Yes, I have the Chronicles. The Treyway Files. I like the Treyway Chronicles. The Treyway Chronicles. You got to do that laugh after, though. What up, Big Malo? That's a whole fact, though. So, I think that's what's going on. I don't know for sure. Maybe I just couldn't contact him yesterday. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he's just having reservations. But I believe that I know for a fact that there's people who would prefer that he doesn't talk to me and would prefer that he talks to somebody else. I did not get an opportunity to watch that movie yet, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I will check it out when I get an opportunity. CIA Chris told me something, right? He did tell me a couple of things. He told me something, right? And I'm not going to tell y'all what he said because I'm not going to say what he said because I don't even want to give the person who gets the opportunity to actually interview him to know how important that thing is. They might, even if he says it on wherever he's at, they're not going to understand the significance of it. So, unless you was in court and you knew what the government was trying to do, you're not going to... The government was trying to do something in court. The government... Okay, so I'm going to explain to y'all what happened real quick, and then we're going to go into all of the Tekashi bullshit. All right, so basically what happened is when Tekashi did that thing and they went to court, when Tekashi did that thing and everybody had to get arrested, they had to shut down the investigation. When they shut down the investigation, they still want to use other evidence that they currently used in this investigation and the next investigation. So what they were trying to do was they was trying to open up lanes to be able to keep investigations going on the individuals that's out there that they already still have their wires tapped. The courts basically told us whose lines they're tapping. They told us. I don't think anybody was paying attention. Because when they said who their lines was tapping, and I looked down and I started writing and I looked around, wasn't nobody else writing with me. I'm going to tell you how real it was. After we came on the show a couple of times and I was telling people what my notes was, the reporters in the fucking, the reporters in the pews started sitting next to me. The only person who ever sat next to me was Sean Sataro, and he has a couple of his peoples that he works with. They're the only people that ever sat next to me. After I started reading my paperwork, what I wrote down in court on the Tonight Show, a ton of reporters started sitting around me and trying to look at, and lawyers, and started looking and seeing what I was paying attention to. So I'm telling you right now, there are people. What up, Amemba? There are people who would prefer that CIA Chris does not talk to me specifically. Because everybody else is just going to ask bullshit ass questions and might get themselves killed. But be honest with you. Um... 21 said Tekashi putting food on a lot of vloggers' tables. I'm pretty sure that if people wasn't talking about Tekashi, they would be talking about something else. You get it? If Tekashi wasn't this popular, there'd be other things that we can talk about also that would bring in. Shout out to Tekashi though. Go Boy said, Lance Lazaro consulting Frost notes. Not for nothing. But how many things, could we just stop everything? How many things did I say before court even started that when court went on, they said exactly what I said verbatim in court? So either two things are happening. Either I know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I'm smarter than the people that's actually covering the case. It has to be one of those two things. Whichever which one you want to agree. Whichever which one you want to agree with. Either I know what's going on and I've been telling you while all those other YouTube channels were saying that I was lying, or I'm smarter than the people in the court. And I do not think I'm smarter than the people in the court. The one said, Frost, you should have kept quiet about the interview and should have just done it live. Couldn't do it live. He was not going to do a live interview. That's one. And I was never planning on doing the interview live. I was planning on doing a pre-recorded interview because for my own purposes, I was going to do a pre-recorded interview and then I was going to ask him if he wanted to come to the live. I was not going to do it live. If I try to get an interview from you, I'm never trying to do you dirty. I'm not calling nobody on my show to make fun of them. I might call you on the show and the shit that you're talking about, I make fun of that because you're just a funny dude or you're doing some weirdo shit. But I'm not going to be like, yo, man, I really want to make fun of that guy. Let me go get him. I don't do that. If CIA Chris would have came here and allowed for me to interview them, it would have been as professional interview as you could get from me, I guess. And at the same time, there's things that people don't know to ask. So what I think is happening is there's people that's trying to stop him from talking. I don't know if they're threatening his life, giving him money, or just trying to tell him that there's a better opportunity somewhere else. But there are definitely people who I believe don't want him talking to me. I could be wrong, though. Who knows? Maybe he just got cold feet. But I personally think, and this is just me, I think with my accuracy on this particular case in specifically, pardon me, with my accuracy on this particular case, with the way that I handled this particular case, and as unbiased as I've been on this particular case, I don't think nobody in the street should fuck with me about anything that I report. I think that I've proven that I'm just as good as a reporter as any white motherfucker out there that works in the damn Wall Street Journal and whatever damn magazine or newspaper circulation you want to call out. I think that I'm not obviously, somebody's been doing that shit for 30 years. They better than me. But the point in which I'm trying to say is that I think he backed out the interview. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just couldn't get him. I just don't lie to y'all. You feel me? Also, if somebody else interviews him, I just need him to say one thing. Once he say that one thing, like I don't need the interview. I just need him to say something. But I don't think that the other people know what's going on. So they're just going to do an interview. It's not going to have any real substance in it. They're just going to be able to say that they interviewed him. But they don't even know. It took me 4 hours to get 10 good questions. With 10 good questions and questions that aren't going to put me or his life in any more danger. It took me 3 hours. You listening? It took me 3 hours to get 10 questions that might not get me or him attacked. I'm be in the street, nigga. I be outside. It took me 3 hours to get 10 questions that I could ask him that isn't either gonna make some very powerful people angry, isn't gonna make the government angry. It took me 3 hours. So shout out to whoever want to do that interview. Dior says some of y'all content creators are by far before them most reporters because y'all have to actually do more research. That's a fact. I ain't even lie about that. World famous people, but it's also sources. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of people that hit me up and tell me shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't always report the things that they tell me, but I have a lot of people that hit me up and tell me shit. Sometimes they just telling me it not for me to report it. They just telling me it because they just fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? From a lot of different areas. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know people in the street. We all know that. I know people in the industry. We all know that. I know people in the government. We all know that. You understand what I'm saying? We all know that. So I don't know. I think I know who tried to backdoor me and get the interview. And I'm letting you know right now, homeboy. Shout out to you. All right. Shout out to you. Do the interview. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna know to ask the line of questioning that I was gonna ask. I'm pretty sure you just don't know. I did not see you in court one day. So I just happen to know things and seen things and heard things between when they see. This is what happens when you show up in court. I just want to explain something. There's shit that don't go down in the transcripts. There's sidebars that don't go in. What up, Joey Ortiz? We could talk about Punch. Give me 1 second. There's shit that's not said in the transcript. There's things that just go on in court. You understand what I'm saying? That you got to see there to witness to understand. There's things that just go on. You understand what I'm saying? So I was in court. So, I mean, somebody want to go steal the interview, go steal it. Just please ask him the right questions. I prefer not to do the interview because I'm telling you right now, this interview is an interview that could get somebody killed. Those people don't watch it live, but they be watching. Yeah, this interview is something. This interview, it took me 3 hours to get 10 questions that were good questions, give us good information. And let me see how many questions I got real quick. I'm gonna keep it all. Look, I just was writing down everything. Look, I just was writing down random things that the judge was saying. I was writing down everything. I think I got a couple more questions than 10. I was just writing down everything. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody's going to be able to interview anybody in this case better than me, period. I was writing down everything. I was writing down what people was doing when it wasn't even, when the stenographer wasn't even writing. I was writing down just random shit that people was just doing in the courtroom. I was writing down everything. Anything that I saw that I thought, anything that I saw that I thought was pertinent. Let me count these questions real quick. I'll tell you how many questions I got. Appreciate you, Shakim. Shakim said you a good thinker. You'd be surprised at the shit that I do to make things happen. I make a lot of things happen from this little studio. I make a lot of things happen. You'll be surprised. Okay, 1 question, 2 question. That's 4 questions because there's 2 sub questions depending on how he answers. But we're gonna say that's 2 questions. Look, because I don't want nobody to be able to stop it and see the damn question. So that's 2 questions. And 2 sub questions depending on how he answers. If he answers the right way and he gives a full answer, then that's 4 questions, possibly 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Possible 6, but 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 questions with a possible 6 to 7 extra questions. That took me 3 hours. 3 hours of pouring through paperwork. 3 hours. I can't write a book right now. Right now, I can't write a Treyway book. That's a whole fact. Talking about this situation, I could write one right now. That's a fact. What up, Whitney's World? What up, Keebs? That's a fact. I got 16 questions and I got 5 to 6 possible follow-up questions that I've already written. But besides the ones that I've already written, y'all have seen me in action. Depending on what he say, I might have another question. I do this. I want to know where all of those YouTube channels at. Once again, I'm going to give y'all the opportunity. Who do y'all think was the most bullshit ass YouTube channel that was talking shit about me? You could put their name in the comment section if you feel like it. A real big F you to them. 16 in the possible. Nigga, there's only 13 cards in the hand. I didn't know Hassan Campbell talked trash about me. No, he didn't, did he? Yeah, these dudes always want to argue with me. Yo, not for nothing, but a couple of these dudes, the music industry hates them. A couple of these dudes, the music industry hates them. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that don't like me, but there's some that do. World famous Peter Memphis said, well, it comes down to, is you totally perfect, your craft better than most, with the skill levels and the knowledge that you were taught. Appreciate you. June the 1st said, June the 1st to the 15th said they didn't stick around long enough to remember them. Nah, Hassan ain't say nothing about me. We not doing that. Stop that. I don't got no beef with Hassan. Don't be coming here trying to create beefs with me and other people. I don't do that. Sparky says, Clarence Thomas wants to shrink your free speech rights. Unless you are a rich donor, Clarence Thomas has an expanse view of free speech for campaign donors. For most, everyone else, not so much. Why is this Clarence Thomas conversation even coming up, Sparky? You just, what the fuck are you doing? You reading a newspaper from 1985? Salute the killer Kev. What up, LV? Yo, we running LV. You gotta hit me. You know why? Yeah, but see, when people come in here and say other random channels, I'm not arguing. I'm not gonna say nothing about nobody. I'm not arguing. I'm not falling for that. I'm not doing that. Everybody that just want to argue. All right, so yeah, so if he want to go interview with somebody else, he has a right to go interview with somebody else, but you're not going to get a better interview with me. I don't care. I don't even care. The people that was in the courtroom, in my opinion, still can't give a better interview than me. I've literally spoken to people in the street about this, about shit that has not been disclosed. I've spoken to some of the people in law enforcement about this case that other people might not have spoken to. So, I've spoken to people in the music industry about this case, certain topics that haven't even come up yet. So, nobody's going to be able to cover this like I could cover this. That's a whole fact. Sparky said, this is from today. Dude, they always trying to take our freedoms away. I mean, you're going to have some people fighting and you're going to have some people that's going to say it's okay. They always trying to take our freedoms away. My whole thing was don't get blown out of proportion about it. I know Hassan Campbell has never brought me up. Appreciate you, well, famous Pete. He might know who I am, but I don't think he care. I don't beef. Any YouTuber that hears that Jack Frost said some bullshit about you should immediately pay attention to who telling you this shit. Like, I don't think I could trust this nigga no more. This nigga Jack don't be saying shit about nobody. The fuck I care? I don't care. That's why I don't talk about people. All right, so let's get into this Tekashi thing. What do y'all want to ask me about Tekashi? And please don't talk about the Roc Nation deal. As far as I know, there is no Roc Nation deal that exists. But as far as I know, Tekashi 6ix9ine's name is not on the 10K website anymore. Tekashi's name, we're not doing that, John Summers. We're not doing that. If you coming in here to try to talk, just kick him. Just kick him. Just kick him. He's just in here to try to argue about a whole nother YouTube channel. Just kick him. We're not doing that. He ain't here trying to argue about a whole nother YouTube channel. Just kick him straight out the door. Anybody ever come in here and start talking bad about other YouTube channels, especially ones that don't talk about us, just kick them. We don't got time for that. So hold on. They want to take the conversation to their agenda. That's a fact. No. I was told that he's not on the website anymore. I was told that Tekashi 6ix9ine is not on the 10K website anymore. I don't know how true that is. I didn't check myself, but I was told by somebody that Tekashi 6ix9ine is not on the 10K website anymore. But that was a couple of days ago, so they might have took it down and then put it back up. I didn't think it was a big enough deal to go into. I didn't really care. Joey Ortiz says DJ Punch, because I don't condone what 6ix9ine did, but it's your own DJ was around. A lot doesn't. First of all, can we just say something real quick about DJ Punch? And this is no disrespect to him. I do not know the man. I know people that know him. A lot of people like him. He's a very likable guy. Okay? Let's just be clear on this. DJ Punch is a very likable guy. I do not dislike him. I just don't trust his loyalties. Because when 6ix9ine first got locked up, he was like, he knew everything. Everybody wait to hear what happened. You know, he was telling people not to jump to conclusions. And my thing is this. If you was Tekashi's DJ and you was around him that whole time, and when he first get locked up, you say don't jump to conclusions, then you're supposed to keep that energy because you're supposed to have known what happened behind the scenes. You feel me? Does that make sense? Hold on. I'm not trying to disrespect him or say anything wrong. My thing is this. He was with Tekashi 6ix9ine because he was his DJ. So he knew things that happened behind the scenes. When everybody initially got arrested, he was saying, wait to find out what happened. He was saying, it's not what you think. He was saying, Tekashi isn't wrong. Right? Remember? This is what he was saying. And then all of a sudden, now he's like, oh, Tekashi this, Tekashi that. I knew all along. Nigga, how you knew all along? Last week. Last damn week. You was saying, I do know where the term, shout out the Punch. Y'all do know where that comes from, right? Because when Tekashi first got arrested, Punch was out here caping for him so hard that we were making fun of him. Saying that he's the best friend ever. Nobody is ever going to have a better friend than Punch. Because Punch was caping so hard for Tekashi. And then a week or two passed. Right? And then all of a sudden, a week or two passed and all of a sudden now Tekashi's the enemy. So like, I don't trust his I'm a loyal person. I'm a really loyal person. You understand what I'm saying? I'm one of those people that when you be disloyal to me, that shit damn near breaks my heart. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an extremely loyal person. I can't explain to you how loyal. I've never cheated on a woman a day in my life. That's the type of loyalty I am. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to be like, yeah, don't cheat. I'm saying that that's my character. You understand what I'm saying? So when I see Punch one day, the best friend Tekashi's ever had, no one's ever had a better friend than Tekashi. I mean, no one's ever had a better friend than Punch. He's out here doing all the press for Tekashi possibly anybody could do. He was talking to like a different person every single day. Hold on. Am I not telling the truth? Wasn't Punch on social media talking to a different person every single day trying to defend, advocating for Tekashi? And then like a couple of days pass and all of a sudden Tekashi ain't shit. Am I lying? Isn't that right? Isn't that what happened? Isn't that literally what happened? A couple of days passed and then now all of a sudden Tekashi ain't shit. Just a minute ago, he shit rainbows and threw up fucking gold. Now all of a sudden, Now, all of a sudden, yeah, we're not doing that either, homeboy. We're not doing that either. Tekashi's not a registered sex offender. You came in here lying on that man, trying to put sex crimes on him, so you out of here. Hold those bags. Could we get bags for Chris Houston? So I don't dislike Punch. I know people that say he's a cool guy. He's a likable individual. To me, I think he's a likable individual. Punch to me looks like one of those guys that if he wants something from you, he gonna laugh at all of your jokes, right? Or everything you doing is gonna be the dopest shit in the world. It's just that's the feeling I get from him. I could be wrong. County King more or less said, you see how Young and May people, what Young and May people said Punch stole from him, just to be honest with you. And allegedly, Punch stole from Tekashi. But hold on. You see how Young and May people was like, he on some funny shit. I'm not surprised if he wasn't. Young and May people said that he was allegedly, Young and May people said he was stealing from them. Young and May people said Punch was stealing. Also, my dude, Tekashi was paying Punch $5,000 that any other DJ is going to get a night. He was paying, this is another reason. I just can't fuck with Punch. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know the guy, but the shit I'm hearing is crazy. He was charging Tekashi $5,000 for something that any other DJ is going to get paid $500 to do. So you go, a night's work is supposed to be between $5,000 and $1,000 for you, right? Tekashi gives you $5,000 for a night's work. You is never supposed to talk about that nigga unless he did something directly to you. When people came around and been like, yo, Tekashi this, Tekashi that, you were supposed to be like, nah, I don't know what you're talking. I gotta leave. I don't even care if you agree with them. You're supposed to be like, you know what? I gotta go. I'm not even trying to disrespect them. All I'm saying is this. Young and May people say he was robbing them. Tekashi was paying them $5,000 for a job that he was supposed to get $500 for. That sounds to me like there's a good chance he was robbing Young and May. Show of hands. Who thinks having those two pieces of information, Tekashi was paying him $5,000 for something that other people are getting paid $500 to $1,000 for, basically $500, right? And then you also hear that Young and May's people is accusing him of stealing. Do you believe Young and May's people? You don't believe Young and May's people. Having both of those pieces of information. Having both of those pieces of information. Okay, so I spoke to somebody, and I'm telling you, the person who they had previously before Punch was getting $500 to $1,000 a night. That's what they were paying. Punch pulled up, they started giving him $5,000 because allegedly, he convinced Tekashi to do that. They was robbing this dude left and right. I don't think, I'm not saying Young M.A. said that. I'm saying that one of her representatives said that. Yo, I'm about to say something, and I'm not trying to be funny, but at this point, and this is a fucked up thing to say, I'm about to say something that's so messed up. I'm about to say something that's so messed up. This is about to be a fucked up thing to say. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the next year, Sarah gets a fucking OnlyFans page. Or fans only. I don't know what the hell that shit's called. I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised. Because first of all, she do a fans only page, that shit's gonna go bonkers. She's gonna make millions of dollars every year if she do a fans only page. She really is. And she can't go for the, if this accusations that Tekashi is making is actually true, her whole image of being royalty is shattered. You can't be royalty and been fucking the team. If that's true. I don't wish that on nobody. But she's messed up. She messed up bad. I tried to tell her. But my dude, I'm telling you, you know how many people, my dude, just so we can be clear, if she did a fans only page and charged $10, she could probably charge $25 and get 100,000 people on her fans only page, and before a month is up. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. You can take that however you want to take it. I don't think she would do that though. That'd be too humiliating. She wouldn't do that. But I looked and seen how much fucking Safari and what's her name is making on them fans only pages. They made damn near $500,000 in a month. Every single person that hates her is gonna pay. You don't think the people that hate Sarah isn't gonna pay $25 a month to watch her do something that they might be considering is humiliating herself? You understand what I'm saying? The people that hate her is gonna be there more than the people that like her. The people that hate her is gonna sign up just so they could say disrespectful shit to her while she masturbating. I think she better learn to embrace the hate, to be honest with you. Yo, there used to be a YouTube content creator that had a fucking foot channel. On IG. And every single time Sarah showed her feet, he take a fucking snapshot of that shit and post it. Yo, go to IG. Yo, that's a fact. Hold on. I don't know the I'm gonna put Sarah feet. Dude had a Sarah foot page. I am not lying. I could tell you what YouTube content creator it is too, but I'm not gonna do it. Yo, look, a Sarah foot page. She does not run this page. It's a dude that runs this page. He is obsessed with her. Shout out to him. Coincidentally, she looks nice with no makeup on. I mean, she looks really, really young. Like, when I see her with no makeup, I think she's a teenager. Like, she looks really young with no makeup on. Sarah's a pretty woman, man. I feel bad that whatever the situation happened, it happened. And she do got pretty decent. She don't got bad looking feet. This nigga has a Sarah foot page. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I'm getting too old for this shit. This nigga has a Sarah foot page. Just so we could be clear, I'm never having a no one foot page. You know who foot page I'll have? If I get married, I'll make a foot page for my wife. You feel me? That's it. And I don't even, she better have, I'm not having no foot page. What kind of shit is that? Yo, could we get bags for James TV? He doesn't want us talking about Tekashi, apparently. I don't want to compare the two. I think they're both attractive females. I think both Thicky and Jade are attractive. I don't really want to compare the two, to be honest with you. I am not doing full videos, and I ain't got a wifey. I wish I did, but you know. Yo, just think about this for 1 minute, right? Just think about this for 1 minute. How do I know what her child support is? You gotta ask Sarah or Tekashi. You gotta ask Thicky or Tekashi about their child support. What do I know about their child support? I'm gonna keep it a whole stack though. I would be trying to mad scientist figure out how to give my daughter money without her being able to get any of it. You wanted me to go to jail for the rest of my life. Please, let's not forget that Thicky wanted Tekashi to go to jail until he died. Let's not forget about that. Please, let's never forget about that. Yo, what up? What up? What up, Mr. Twan? He says, what's good, bro? Keep doing your thing. NA Rock 718 Gates Ave. Shout out to Gates Ave all the way to Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, too. Shout out to the ATL. I would be trying to figure out a way to get my daughter the money and the resources that they need without giving her a cent. She wanted him to die in jail, homie. I mean, come on. I mean, you could say whatever you want to say. People could defend her however they want to defend her. People could, you know, want the people that was... See, this is the thing that kills me about the whole snitching shit, right? This is the shit that kills me. I'm 100% with don't do a crime with a nigga then tell on them. I'm 100% for that. That shit is bullshit. You can't do a crime and then tell on the people you did the crime with. That's some of the scummiest bag shit anybody could ever do. That's a fact. All right? But if you're also telling me that he can't, and I'm considering him a civilian, you're also telling me that he can't tell the police that he got kidnapped, that he can't tell the police they was robbing him. So the other shit, the police found out themselves. They got into one fight that I know about. Whitney's World, they got into one fight that I know about. And getting into one fight with somebody doesn't mean that you should want them to be dead. There's people that I had fights with and lost, and I don't even want them to go to jail for the rest of their life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. For anybody that thinks that if somebody gets into a fight with somebody that they should just immediately die or go to jail for the rest of their lives, you need God in your life. I don't know what else to tell you. You need some kind of spiritual guidance. You need God in your life if you think because Tekashi 6ix9ine got into a fight with his baby mama and maybe beat her up that he needs to either be dead or in jail for the rest of his life. You need God. I think he was a civilian. I think that it was a plot, and okay, so I've talked to that's not cold, that's evil. To want somebody to either die or be dead for the rest of their life. Either die or go to jail for the rest of their life because they had a fight or they beat one person up. That's evil. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. I'm just so we could be clear. Somebody said don't give him a pass. I think he's a civilian. Okay, so I spoke with some people that they're not going to say this publicly. All right? I'm telling you right now. Appreciate you, Kendall. I spoke with some people. Kendall says nobody's more knowledgeable about Tekashi 6ix9ine Treyway case than Frost. Period. I appreciate you. I spoke with some people. They're not going to say this publicly. All right? They're not going to say this publicly. But I've spoke with some people who are part of the Bloods organization. They're not going to say this publicly. I'm telling you that they're not. And they said basically what they was trying to do, what they're accusing Treyway of doing is, Treyway wanted control of his money. So since Treyway wanted control of his money, the only way that they could have dominion over him was to make him a gang member. So they knew he wasn't a gang member material. But they wanted control of his money. So therefore, they just put him in the gang. He didn't have to do nothing. You're not a real gang member if you just get put in the gang. I'm sorry. No, you're not a real gang member if they just put you in the gang. You didn't have to do nothing. If you get blessed in, that shit ain't real. Am I lying? When you get blessed in, that shit is not real. That shit ain't real. Come on. Now I get a lot of y'all just want to put shit on them, but come on, man. Some of y'all in here, y'all don't gotta say nothing. Y'all don't wanna. Come on, man. That shit ain't real. But I'm saying you can't be. Hold on. Let me clarify myself. You can't be blessed in and then consider, and you can't bless somebody in and then expect for them to be real right. You can't bless somebody in and expect for them to be real right. Am I wrong? I don't want to hear about what allegedly happened. He can't fight. Respect. He can't fight. So you're basically telling me they beat him up and then said you was part of Treyway. So that's what happened. They said, hey, come here, Tekashi. He was like, hey, what are we doing? He was not walking like that. He was not walking like that. I'm just saying that he was walking like that. So he was like, hey, what up? What are y'all doing? And they said, hey, come here over here, Tekashi. So this Tekashi came over. They beat him up and said, you gang. Nah, nigga. What I'm saying is they blessed him in. They couldn't expect for him not to snitch. Like, what in the hell? He ain't put in no work. He ain't been to the trenches. He ain't do no time. Ain't never been really locked up. He ain't even did a year up until this point. You can't expect for him not to snitch. I think people are just butthurt. That's it. They gave him a wedgie. I think people are just butthurt and angry. And a lot of people got a right to be angry. But I think people are just butthurt. How the fuck do you expect him not to snitch? I forgot who came up with the name Thicky McThickums. But we've been running with it. I think it was Rio. We've been running with that shit though. Yeah, but if you blessed in from being born in, you grow up in that lifestyle. Do you get what I'm saying? He wasn't really doing gang shit with them. They were doing gang shit and he was running around behind them. When I was 3 years old, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I used to run with these dudes in the neighborhood, right? Badass kids. We did tons of shit we wasn't supposed to do. I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. But when the police pulled up, the police wasn't fucking with me. I'm 4 or 5 years old. The police was running after the 9 and 10-year-old kids. Do you get it? When the police pulled up, when we was doing whatever bad shit we was doing that we wasn't supposed to be doing, I'm 4 or 5 years old. The police ain't pulling up doing anything to me. The police pulling up trying to get me out of the way so they could chase down the 9, 10, and 11-year-old kids. That's a fact. Rio said, there's a term, earning your stripes for a reason. You're supposed to earn your stripes. That's the point that I have. I understand people being pissed he snitched. You have a right. You should be angry. Everybody that's angry that he snitched, you have a 100% right to be angry that he snitched. But that man was literally in a situation where every single person in it was trying to destroy him. What do you expect him to do? His baby mama's working against him. His manager's banging the baby mama allegedly. Think about it like this. Name me one thing that we heard about when they were together that makes you think that Tekashi 6ix9ine was not in danger. Think about it. He wasn't allowed to go nowhere. They kept him close. I know people right now that say that they're blood and they not blood. So somebody just saying that they blood meaning. So you trying to tell me that's not fake bloods out here? You trying to tell me there's not fake Crips out here? Shout out to Crippy. That's a fact. Shout out to Crippy. Shout out to Crippy. Shout out to Drama. Shout out to Shoddy, Mel Matrix. I was about to say Mel Cross. Shout out to Mel Cross too. Mel Matrix. Who else we got? Shout out to Roll and Roll Murder. Shout out to all of them brothers. Shout out to the Billies. Free the Billies. You can't expect, yo, could we get them likes up? Could we get them likes up? We got damn near 275 people in here. We could get to 200 likes. Could we get them likes up? That's my point. You understand what I'm saying? My whole point is this. You couldn't have expected for him to do anything different in that situation other than what he did. And because you couldn't expect for him to do anything other than what he did, that is partly on the people that put him in the situation. That's what I'm saying. That's it. It's not all his fault. It's a ton of people's fault. If Shoddy was really banging his baby mama, Shoddy didn't like him. I have a ton of friends that I like. Well, I've never banged any of my friends' girlfriends or baby mamas, but so I can't even use myself. But I know for a fact that if I liked somebody, I wouldn't try to bang their baby mama or their girlfriend. I know that for a fact. I wouldn't try to kiss her, bang her, do nothing with her. I had there's one person I know, baby mama was braiding my hair and she tried to throw a titty in my mouth. Real talk. Facts. We was in the bathroom. She was braiding my hair. She tried to throw a titty in her mouth. I said, no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. That's a whole fact. Shorty tried to throw a whole titty in my mouth. Because she was braiding the front. So then she's like, I'm trying to miss me with that bitch. The fact though. That's a whole fact though. She ended up fucking another nigga though. Shout out to her. Yo, there's nothing. Yo, you gotta have loyalty, man. That's a whole fact. You know, that's a whole fact. He was told he took it better and not as good as I thought he was going to take it, both at the same time. I am not capping. You know, sometimes you don't find a person attractive. They're just thinking of sex. Fuck it. Let me be quiet. I was just about to give out a really big jewel by accident. I'm not gonna do that though. White Falcon, I agree. Tekashi broke an oath, but that's if you expect for him to live up to the oath. I don't expect for no one to accept 40 years in jail. I don't expect for no one to say, I'll just take the 47 years in jail. I don't expect for no one to do that. That's what people wanted Tekashi to do. I don't expect for anybody to do that. The judge basically said that the other people were trying to point the finger at Tekashi. Basically, if Tekashi didn't snitch, they were going to say he was the main guy. They were going to say he was the boss. They were going to say he was the reason why all of the crimes that got committed was committed. That's what the judge said. So you could take the judge word for it or not. That's between you and Judge Engelmeyer. Ain't got shit to do with me. Shotty allegedly also banged his baby mama. So I don't know how you want to take it. I'd much rather you let me die than you go out there sleeping with the woman that I might have really strong feelings for. I'd rather you just let me die. That's a whole fact. Don't sleep with the woman I have strong feelings for. Fuck that shit. I want, at least then I could die happy. Motherfuckers is out there sleeping with the woman I got strong feelings for. Don't do that. T. Willis with the 199 drop, he said Akon broke down the 6ix9ine situation the best. No, Akon explained it really, really well. There's no reason in the world why 6ix9ine should have took the 47 years. People can say whatever they want. They don't got shit to do with snitching or not. I was about to write something in the comment section. I forgot what it was. It don't got nothing to do with snitching or not. There's no reason in the world why Tekashi should have took 47 years. I'm going to tell you what I think people thought was going to happen. Are y'all listening? I'm going to tell you what the plan was. Are y'all listening? You listening? I'm going to tell you what the plan was. The plan after they got arrested was blame everything on Tekashi. Right? You blame everything on Tekashi and hope that all of his money gets given to his daughter. Who has control of his daughter? Also, they were telling Tekashi to film their crimes. You know that, right? They were doing crimes and telling Tekashi to film the crimes. Anyone that says they would have took the 47 years knowing that they lying. That's why I don't believe none of these niggas. I get it. I get the people that have to say, no, we got to go 100 against snitching. I get it. I'm not calling out none of you. I'm just saying, come on. You trying to tell me you would have took 47, you 22, 23 years old. You're going to take 47 years in prison. So you don't want to be free during the rest of your 20s. You don't want to be free during your 30s. You don't want to be free during your 40s. You don't want to be free during your 50s. Do you understand how long 47 years is? Basically 50 years. They wanted him to go to jail for a half a century. I don't believe anybody would have took that. I don't care what nobody says. If Thicky McThickums really had sex with Shotty, like they're saying, and from what I'm hearing, it was more than Shotty. It was a ton of them. There's video evidence. He was throwing it at people. They was filming it, recording everything. She was getting extremely having fun. This is what I hear. She was having all the fun. Yeah, he's like, oh man, I'm going to go to jail for 50 years, but I left all that money to the gang that kidnapped me and was going to kill me. They got all that money. Season 718 says, Frost, is it me? But after this whole case broke down, the only person that kind of should have an issue with 6ix9ine is shot. With 6ix9ine is Shotty. Everyone else is on CIA Chris. First of all, Shotty shouldn't have a problem with 6ix9ine. Shotty created that situation, just so we can be clear. This is my opinion. I'm going to tell you my opinion right now. Shotty created that situation. If Shotty really was having sex with his baby mama, he created the situation. If Shotty was really stealing from him, he created the situation. Period. So Shotty cannot be upset. Kuda B, they already had Kuda B dead to rights, and also they didn't even arrest Kuda B until TMZ played the video footage, right? To TMZ played the video footage. That's when they arrested Kuda B, right? Harv. That's who. That's all I could think of off the top of my head. Harv kidnapped him. But then he can't be angry. He did the kidnapping. So yeah, I don't even understand why anybody's so angry at Tekashi. I don't know. I don't know. Just thinking about it. Yeah, they called Shotty a roach. That's a whole fact. They called Shotty a roach. Shotty was not looked at as the higher ups didn't look at Shotty with too much of an affinity, but they did think he was extremely smart, and they appreciated what he brought to the circle. That's a fact. They understood what Shotty brought to the circle, and they appreciated him. They did not dislike him. They just thought he was a roach. Anyway, there is a person on the kidnap video, and it's Shy. It's not Nuke. Nuke did not kidnap Tekashi. Who keeps talking about Nuke? Nuke did not kidnap Tekashi. Could people please stop saying that? Nuke and Shy is not the same person. Nuke did not kidnap Tekashi. That rumor's been out there for a long time, by the way. That rumor's been out there since Tekashi got kidnapped. I remember when the rumor started. Nuke did not kidnap Tekashi. I heard Hoover Crips were protecting Tekashi in LA. I did hear that. That was shot. We heard the person's voice. The person doesn't sound anything like Nuke. Please don't put that kidnapping on Nuke. No, 47 years was the minimum. He was actually going to get probably somewhere near like 60. $47 years was the minimum. He most likely would have done more. I don't know, because Judge Engelmeyer actually gave most people, I think everybody, less time. So maybe he do less than 47 years. Maybe he only do 40. Maybe he only do 43 years. I don't know. It's all your perception. Anyway, we got to get up out of here. Before we go, does anybody want to give a drop before we go? Because I'm tired of saying the going off, doing the in, and right while I'm doing the in, y'all motherfuckers is dropping money. So if y'all want to drop before the show ends, now is the time so I could call your name. I like when y'all do the drops, don't get me wrong, but I like calling y'all names. So when y'all do it at the end and I don't have a time to call everybody's name, it kind of is frustrating me a little. Make me feel a little bad. I want to call y'all names. Right as I said that. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $20 drop. Oh shit, that shit came this morning. This shit just got to me, Brooklyn Born. This shit just got to me. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $20 drop. Appreciate you, my brother. This shit just got to me. You already know I would have put it. I'm going to give him a thumbs up. Shout out to Brooklyn Born. So Brooklyn Born donated at the beginning of the damn show and is just now telling me because I just opened up the app. I got to open up the app more often. I don't open up that app much. I don't really look at it, to be honest with you. Anyway, shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $20 drop. Shout out to... Come on, really? Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $20 drop. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $5.55 drop. Shout out to James S. with the $6 drop. Shout out to Ebony with the $2 drop. Shout out to Mega Bills with the $9.99 drop. And shout out to T. Andre Willis with the $1.99 drop. Definitely appreciate y'all, brothers. Real quick. This is just all I want to say. What you mean, not even your own brother, Frost? What are you talking about? What's not even my own brother? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're responding back to. All right, so let's just go out on a good note. Please, everybody, be safe out there, just in general. Stay away from the police. All right? Right now, the police is going through something with the city. Y'all listening? Right now in New York City, the police is going through something with the city. The city wants them to keep abusing the minorities. But because of the situation that we're currently in with the pandemic, it's just easier to see where the abuses are happening. It's easier to see where the bullshit is going on because of the pandemic situation with less people outside. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's easier to see the bullshit. So please avoid the police. Stay away from these guys. One, they're under a lot of pressure. Two, we don't know who the good ones are. And three, please don't get yourself locked up or have to go through the system through this type of situation, because you might get locked up, go through the system, be perfectly healthy, and when you come out, you got all types of different bullshit. Because right now, they got this whole new disease, whether y'all know about it or not. They have this whole new disease that's happening to kids in New York City. Kids, New York City, going to the hospital with all type of different weird ass fucking rashes and then dying. So please keep your kids inside. Also, avoid the fucking rain. I'm not going to say this. Avoid the rain. If possible, do not go out in the rain. I'm going to say this again. If possible, do not go out in the rain. I just thought about something the other day. Does anybody else in New York City constantly see them with the putting the fucking shit up in the sky? Constantly see the chemtrails? I'm telling you something I just thought about. Remember when China, when they walked around with their fucking truck cleaning all the streets? They might be throwing shit up in the clouds to kill whatever this shit is that the Chinese was doing when they was sweeping the streets. So we don't know. Stay out of the fucking rain. If it's bad weather, stay home. Yeah, stay out of the rain. Period. Shout out to Juro. He said new music coming soon. Stay healthy and real. Stay up. Shout out to Juro with the $2 drop. Appreciate you. Oh, you live in the northeast area too. Remember, the storm came out of nowhere. It was a flash shit. The shit was crazy. Stay out of the rain. Keep your kids out of the rain. All right? With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. Shout out to Darius McCray. You're a rat bastard. Shout out to Darius McCray with the 5